Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Politically Correct Ghana lesson 314. And today being the 18th of August 2025. Last week, we did a vlog on the Otumfo, that's the Asante. And someone came on the timeline, he made a very funny comment. He said, you sit in your sofa and you spew nonsense. And we just laughed about it. That's the beauty about democracy and not authoritarianism. Democracy offers the chance to express your views without fighting, without physically fighting. So it's nice. I mean, I'm back in the sofa, and then by this time I'll spew something that you may not like or you may like. But that doesn't mean that we should fight. We shouldn't fight. It's just an exchange of ideas to isolate the best policies for the growth of our nations. All right. And today's topic is another controversial one, and it is titled what? Anti-galamsey, a deflective strategy and a misguided priority. Anti-galamsey fight is a deflective strategy and a misguided priority. All right, what do I mean? In Ghana, when we see micro gold miners, we call them galamsey. Micro gold miners, that's between a person and a number of five workers going, or the self-imposed workers, self-employed workers going to look for gold with less equipment. I mean, with just manual pickaxes, shovels, and stuff like that. To look for gold, we say they are galamsey, they are illegal. They are not illegal, that's artisanal. Then 5 or 6 to 10 workers tend to be small-scale workers. Medium scale, I'm not sure we have, but the large scale, they use heavy machinery and employ over 100 people. So the anti-galamsey fight, led by Dr. Ken Asigbe, and then Miss Awola, I want to find out from you, what are your priorities? What are you fighting? You are fighting gold miners who are polluting the environment most, or who are polluting the environment. All right. So then my question is, between the large-scale gold miners or commercial gold miners and the micro-scale or small artisanal and small-scale miners, who pollute most? Why then do you are Ghanaians, why then do you have to allow yourself to be used by the large companies that are foreign owned, extracting the gold in your country and taking your wealth away, to tell you that the artisanal and small-scale miners are the cause of the environmental pollution? I don't know. Look, it's the misguided priority. Who pollutes the environment most when it comes to gold mining? Who uses bomb to blast the underground, shake the rocks up, cause the water formation underground to change its course, causes pollution such that over the ground, you see, after the bomb, the cluster of bombs is detoned underground. You see up above the soil, dust collecting and shaking, and buildings up on the ground are shaking with cracks. Who does that most? The large-scale companies. Galamseyers don't use cluster of bombs. Galamseyers don't use cluster of bombs. The large companies do. So they pollute the air. They change the rock formation, and then they cause damage to the water bodies underground. Yet, you say they are good. They should continue. But those who do not use bombs, don't use cluster of dynamites, they should stop. Galamseyers and small-scale miners should stop gold mining. Does it sound well? Air pollution from cluster of bombs caused by the large-scale mining companies is the cause. But you don't want to say it. And they have told you, because they are foreign-owned company, they've told you, a local who is highly educated, to go and tell your people that they are causing the pollution. Meanwhile, they are the ones causing it. That's the air pollution, water pollution, and then the ground pollution. On, above, and below ground is all. They are causing it. And then you go and you say, oh, fight anti-galamsey fight. Okay, that's just one bit of it. Let's look at the other bit. Who uses chemicals most? Yes, I know galamseyers and small-scale miners use chemicals in extracting gold. They use the cyanide, they use the mercury and all sorts of other chemicals. And then they used to wash the gold. Can they not be taught a new way, the small-scale miners and galamseyers? Can it not be taught a new way? Yes, there's a new way that's in Colombia, Brazil, Peru. That's what we call the green gold program. The green gold is where the gold is extracted without any of these chemicals. And it's been run, that program is being run by United Nations Environment Program. So why not go and bring them to teach the small-scale miners, the micro miners and the small-scale miners, the artisanal and small-scale miners, what is green gold mining, instead of saying they should stop. These are on your own locals. But the large companies have a storage tank, a tailing storage tank that they store the waste chemicals. Ask yourself, where does it go after that? Sometimes they even use the same chemicals to push underground. Yes, you mix it with the sand and then put it underground. Ask yourself, those chemicals, won't it pollute the underground water? Won't it pollute the soil underground? That's what they do. They pollute it. What about the tailings? The concrete in the tailings. Don't you know that for a long time it will etch the concrete? You know the concrete tank, the tailing tanks, it's made of concrete. Don't you think that after a long time, these chemicals will etch the bricks and then it will go underground? It will percolate underground and destroy the underground water bodies, the aquifers and all that. That will surface on top we see as rivers. So they pollute even the river bodies, even most. But you have left them and you are going forward. The Fianga organizations, that's the micro, the galamsey, the artisanal, and then the small-scale miners. You don't seem to understand it. Please replace your priorities. Reorganize your priorities and go for the large-scale mining companies, because they take all your gold away and leaving you poor. But you are praising them. That's strange. Besides that, let me tell you what. It reminds me of how, why I say it's deflection. It reminds me of how slavery was organized. What we read, right? I didn't meet slavery, but what we read, they are using the same strategy. That is, they come, adapt your own people, tell them that you are bad people, so you should go and work. You are lazy, you should go and work. Then they take you off. They seize you. So you now go and seize your own people and give to them. And they tell you that, oh, they bought them with a mirror and then schnapps. Those are all fibs. A mirror and schnapps, fib. They just adapt some of your people and then give them money to go and bring you. And so then our own people went to fetch our own people and gave them as slaves. And then they gave them guns to chase our own people if they're running away. And then gun them down, scare them, and then seize them and hand them over to those whites, merchants, as slaves, to be taken abroad, to go and work for them, to make wealth. Think of it. Now you say shoot to kill. In parliament, you've discussed in parliament. Don't you think you are falling into the deflective strategy of the white man? I think so. Now you want to kill all your people who are involved in galamsey and artisanal mining, because they do not follow your white master's views, because they want to take all the gold and leave you poor. And so they've given you the gun to shoot your people involved in galamsey and then artisanal mining. And you shoot them so that they can take, the whites can take all your gold away. Is that what you want? That's what you are. See, it's deflective. You haven't learned from slavery. Unfortunately, media coalition against galamsey, you haven't learned from slavery strategy. The whites are using the same deflective strategy, and you are falling in for it. The name is H. Kwame Fabro. Thank you.